Hey guys, AirsoftAl here, and today we will be taking apart the GSG 5.2, produced by Calico Sports, Cybergun, Soft Air, whoever you want to call them. This is actually a really cool little gun. The real steel variant is actually really cool. The reason I'm doing this is because apparently this part right here, when I go to charge it back, it wobbles freely, so I'm going to take that apart and try and fix it. The tools you're going to need is a small Phillips head screwdriver and a medium to possibly small-medium Phillips head screwdriver, since most of the screws holding this in are Phillips heads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first take off the external parts, finding which ones are small and large. Most of them are the large screws. So we're just going to go ahead and use the large screwdriver here. Go ahead and take that off. Cat, I see you. Please do not bump my equipment. I need the equipment stable. Now I'm going to just try and keep the screws inside as much as possible to try and have them there so they can be reattached fairly quickly when we build the gun. It's kind of how it is. Now, I'm not going to lie, I expected this gun to last longer. I was a little rough with it, so yeah, something you might want to consider when using the Springer 5.2. Don't be as rough as I was with it, because I was treating it like a real steel 5.2. I was slapping the actual charging handle. That might be the reason why the gun actually failed. Why the charging handle has a little part on me. That could be the big reason why. So you might want to really consider taking care of your gun. I did not. This is all held down by one screw, so that's definitely an interesting thing to see. Yeah, that's what it's held down by, is one screw. Cool. That's interesting. Try and keep all your parts together. That's one thing I want to tell you guys. Try and keep all your parts together. There look like to be lug nuts in this, so definitely keep the lug nuts together. I'm just going to unscrew more of this here. Now what's interesting is the buttstock itself, this particular part, it is not attached to the actual body itself. You can completely remove this and utterly customize it if you wanted to. I recommend it. Put that lug nut in there. Let's just go ahead and pop her out. Get the screw out of here. There we go. Put that there with the other parts to the 5.2. Now I'm going to switch to the small screwdriver, since that's what's needed next. Okay, just go ahead and unscrew. Put you on top of the material, and then we just take it off. Put her up there with the other parts. Okay, so let's go ahead and start disassembling the gun itself by looking for the large screws. There are a lot of large screws on here, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go back to the large screwdriver. And do this. Now if I'm unable to fix this gun, I'll just go ahead and buy another 5.2. They're not that expensive, they're only $40. Or roughly $40 to $30, depending on where you buy one. But they're really not that expensive, so I'll probably buy another one. No big deal. Because the 5.2 is a pretty reliable gun. I've had this one for a while now. A very good long while. And it really is a good reliable gun, guys. It really is. It's an awesome gun. I'd recommend you guys get one if you can. Okay, so how does the front sight fixture come off here? Does it just... Yeah, it just slides off. Okay. Oh, sweet. Yeah, so the whole muzzle assembly this is the whole muzzle assembly. I thought that was actually glued to the gun. Nope, you can definitely replace this with any other parts you wish to use. So yeah, there's the actual gun itself. I can see down the barrel almost. So we're just going to keep unscrewing until we find the part we need to fix the gun. Okay, so the screwdriver is a bit big for some of these screws, so I'm going to have to switch back to the small screwdriver, which, no worries, that's what we got the small screwdriver for. But yeah, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with how much you can probably customize the gun itself. with a lot of parts. If you wanted to put a stronger spring in there, probably if you wanted to Dremel out the charging area here and put a hop-up in there if you wanted to, which I personally would probably do. I probably will do with the gun, probably not. It really does depend on me. And to be honest, I'm impressed so far with the actual construction. I am actually pretty happy with it. I really am happy that someone at the company took their time with this gun and said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna do what I can, and I'm gonna make it very impressive for people like myself who actually take pride in the gun. So I'm impressed. I really am impressed. So yeah, I'm gonna turn you guys over here so you can see what's going on, because I can't. Yeah, the camera wants to fall off on me, so I'm just going to try and balance you guys. Oop, you don't want to see my face, you want to see the gun. So yeah, I'm just going to try and balance you guys here. Understand that this is pretty hard for me to try and do, because these are pretty tight screws. The company definitely wanted you to not try and take this gun apart, but if you're like me and other airsofters who want to upgrade their guns, or take little springers like these and try and make them a little better, then yeah, you're going to want to do this. Or at least try and upgrade the internals, but you can't. God damn, that is one hard screwdriver to do. Is it possible this screwdriver is... Yeah, it's a little too small, so I'm just going to grab my multi-tool here. Always have a multi-tool around, ladies and gentlemen. And grab the Phillips head out of this. If I can find it. Does this? Yeah, it has a very small Phillips head. Okay, let's just go ahead and grab that. There we go. A small Phillips head screwdriver. Like, as is tradition. Thank you, South Park, for the as is tradition meme. Because it is as is tradition. Now, you want to be careful with the small multi-tools because they can cut you. And I have cut myself once on a multi-tool. It is not fun. It is not a fun experience. And I would not ask anyone else to do that as well. So yeah, the small screwdriver was too small for these screws. That's what the problem was. So yeah, we'll use the multi-tool now. I learned a lesson today. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. Apparently it is not completely unscrewed from the actual base of the gun. This is interesting. There we go. It is now completely free from the base. There we go. Drop that here. And we will keep going. Because as is tradition. I hate you, South Park. You gave us a meme that is probably never going to die. But yeah, once we open her up, we are going to see what is wrong with this gun. Also, for anyone who's wondering, yes, I will be doing a video on the Battlefield 1 trailer. It is going to be an interesting one. I'm not gonna lie, I am interested to see how they're going to handle World War I, because World War I had a many variety of weapons that were designed but never really used in the conflict. So I'm going to be interested to see how they handle those guns, because I know the guns were basically just a different bolt action, a different action that was basically installed instead of a bolt to a gun like a Mauser or the 1903 Springfield. Speaking of which, I wonder how they're going to handle the 1903 Springfield, because it wasn't just a bolt-action rifle, it was also a sniper rifle as well, because of the 30-06. The 30-06 was definitely a very accurate caliber of the time period, as well as today. Even some people will say the 30-06 will outbeat a 7.62. Me personally, I don't care. I just say a caliber is a caliber, and the rifle is a rifle, and it depends on the user of that rifle who says if it's accurate or not. Because anyone can shoot a rifle, but it takes a real marksman to actually shoot the gun as accurate as they say it can. So really, it's not just the gun, it's the shooter. Okay, so now we have the body disassembled. Let's go ahead and disassemble the body and see what's going on with the charging handle. So I'm just going to bring you guys here. I'm going to try and bring you guys a little bit closer so you can see what's going on here. Oh, shit, made you a little bit too front heavy. Shit. There we go. Sorry if my hand's in the way. I'm just trying to keep you guys from falling off a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and take her apart. Let's just... Wow, no glue, no, just simple, boom, pop her off. Bub's your uncle, as I say. The body itself is actually, I'm really happy that the body's like this. I could definitely come in here and do some customization if I wanted to. I said if I wanted to, I'm probably not. But yeah, I'm actually happy that all this is able to do this. So let's just go ahead and take a look at everything, actually, because I want to stop here for a second. I actually want to show you guys the actual internals of a Springer gun. Right here, you could definitely just do this here. Definitely come here and just remove the spring and add a much more tighter spring if you wanted to actually increase the FPS. I'm actually considering taking the spring out of the scar here and actually putting into this to increase the FPS, but no, I won't do that. So we're just going to take that off and we're going to set it to the side. We're just going to go ahead and take out the plunger here, which is definitely nice. It's a standard Springer plunger, but yeah, that definitely does that. And we're going to go ahead and do this. We're just going to lift up this here. We're definitely going to take out the charging handle spring. Take this out, and I am curious. Yep, that's what it was. I apparently broke off a good chunk of this here. That's what the problem is. This actually broke off. So that's what happened. This broke off of here, so no biggie. We're going to have to super glue her back on. But yeah, super glue should not be a problem since... Square screw nuts. Square nuts. That's what they're using to hold the screws in. So I'm just going to go ahead and take out these little nuts here. Put them over here. And I'm just going to take a large Phillips head screwdriver and unscrew this because I don't want this to come flying off here. But yeah, I am impressed actually by the actual internal construction of the 522. I'm actually happy that it's so easy to open, so easy to actually do. If anyone from Cybergun is here watching this video, I want you guys to know that I am impressed by how easy it is to actually customize one of your guns. I am so far firmly impressed, and I want to say thank you for making a Springer gun for once in my life that is actually really, really easy to do. Let's just go ahead and do this here. Yep, she just comes right off. And there's your charging handle. I said it in my video review of it, it's plastic. No, that's metal. That is pure metal. This right here seems to be the plasticky part, and I am impressed by this. Firmly impressed by it. So yeah, I am firmly impressed by this charging handle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to super glue her back together with the actual charging frame itself, and I am going to try and make her work again just like that. I'm going to have her try and work. Yeah, that's why it is lined up. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to have her work again. Don't worry guys, I'm going to have this bad boy up and running again, and she is going to work just great as she did before. If not, then I will just simply go and buy out another 522 and just use the secondary magazine. But yeah, this is what I love. I love this gun. I love how easy it is to maintain. What I really love is you can actually just come in here and swap out the barrel, which I'm considering doing. I'm considering swapping out the barrel on this bad boy, because it's just that simple. It's just that simple to swap out the barrel, so I might just do that. Much more longer inner barrel, and I might just, I'm gonna actually do it. I'm gonna pre-upgrade my gun here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna swap out this barrel for another barrel. I'll be right back, guys. You just look at the guts here and see what could be done to the gun. You say so in the comment section down below. I'll be right back first. Or I could just bump you off. Hey guys, AirsoftAl here, and I had kind of a neat little idea, but then I just said, you know what, fuck, it's not gonna work. So I wanted to change out this charging handle for this one, but no, that won't work. So instead I'm going to go with my original idea, was an extended barrel. This right here is a barrel out of a cheap little P90 by Cybergun, an FN P90. This is actually a really cool idea. Basically what I was going to do is it definitely extends it, but a little too much. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and have it cut to a certain degree. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to see if it actually does fit in the port first. I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, she fits in the port, so that's a good sign. Definitely will spin around a bit because it's cheap. It's the cheap Chinese metal I think they use. So that's definitely not a good idea. Or does this one spin as well? No, this one's more of a tight fit. So that definitely shows that, yeah, this is actually more or less... No, okay, so this end here goes in there. Does this end? Yeah, this end does not. This end doesn't. No, wait. This is the end that go. Nope, nope, nope. They spin. Okay, so that's definitely a bad sign. So it's definitely gonna be interesting, but it will be secured once the outer barrel is put in. But the problem is that it's a bit too long. It will literally go outside of the barrel. Once again, I'm gonna have to come in here and just cut probably a good bit of it. But yeah, like I said, you could come in here and just... Hey guys, AirsoftAl. So, since we got the spring and everything, I actually took these and they're off of the FN Scar. And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and add them on here. Try and add some Picatinny rails to my actual 522. I want to make sure they're on there real nice and straight. There we go. Don't try and do what I'm doing because this is just all freehand. I'm going to try and improve the tacticity of my 522, and yes, tacticity is a word. Look it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and... Yeah, that's not working whatsoever, but it is making a hole. I really do like that it is making a hole for me. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and... I'm going to need bigger screws, I think. Anyway, I'm not really sure, but yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting one because once again, I'm just freehanding this. So yeah, this is one of those types of builds where you have to freehand it. Do not try and do what I'm doing. Like I said, this is all freehand. I'm gonna need a bigger screw. I'm looking at my screws here. Let's see, do I have a bigger screw? Maybe. I hope. Let's see in here. I think I do anyway. That's big enough. No, it is not. I'm gonna have to get a smaller head, guys, so I'll be right back. Hey guys, got a smaller bit, hopefully, so I'm gonna try this again. Ooh, that's definitely not gonna work for me. I'm gonna tell you now, guys, this is not easy to do. So, unless you guys actually are pretty good with the actual power tools, don't try this at home, because this is a really hard process to actually try and do. Trying to attach Picatinny rails to your gun, it is a very hard process, guys. So I'm just gonna keep trying. Definitely want to be a bitch. I'll tell you that now, guys. Want to be a bitch. Okay, guys. Let me go ahead and just put you guys here so it's easier. It is finally complete. I have a completely tacked out foregrip. A lot of them might not be lined up. I think they are lined up. I never really did take the time to measure them and do all that, but yeah, I just basically did this short rail here for just a small grip. Picatinny rails here for it. This is literally one of those things you can see, and I just basically screwed holes in there, put screws in there. I made it below these rails. You want to put them below the rails here because you don't want them interfering with the barrel itself. But I will admit it's definitely hard. Now I have replaced the spring. I've replaced the spring in here with a much denser spring from the FN Scar L. This was the spring that was here. It's now replaced with this. I still have to fix this, but I just wanted to show you guys what it would look like fully done. It is definitely... Son of a bitch! Yeah, I still gotta fix this. This is gonna be a job, this is gonna be a labor of love, and it's already turning into a labor of love. As for the extended barrel, I'm not gonna extend the barrel. It's accurate already the way it was, and I'm just gonna leave the stock barrel on this thing. So let's just go and put the stock barrel back down there. If I can find the actual barrel attachment, I think I might have lost the barrel attachment. Oh shit. Did I not? Is it still in here? Yeah, it's still in there. So yeah, no worries, guys. The barrel's still in there. In a literal sense, guys, this is basically going to take a long time. It's not going to take that long of a time. It's just going to be one of those things of... This is definitely going to take some time and effort. This is already a good long while. But this is basically my mod guide. I guess you could say it's a mod guide of sense, of some. Because this is already being modded. Now, what you can do is you can take parts from other guns, AEGs, what have you. I'm actually considered putting this here as a sense to this to make it more, but I didn't like the look of the rail. It just didn't look my style. So I went with this because it definitely fits the profile of the MP5 profile it's doing. Everything about this, like I said, labor of love. And you know, I do like that you could just remove this. Cybergun, once again, I'm gonna have to give you props because you know how to make something good. Or at least GSG, I think, produces these, so they know how to make these. These are actually really nice. This is a really nice gun. I really do like it. I love how the actual action, the safety actually works as well. I love the safety. And that just happened. So, yeah, don't do that. Do not do that until the gun's completely put back together, so I'm going to have to do a liner there. Do that, so, yeah, that just happened. That just literally happened, so I have to completely redo the gun. Gotta find out where that damn spring went flying off to, because that just literally happened. I think the spring flew off somewhere, so I'm gonna have to turn you guys off, and I'm gonna have to wait until a little later to give you a full thing of how to do it, because to basically put it all back together, it's basically reverse what it is. So I'm going to try and find the spring to the actual trigger because I don't want to lose that. This is a really cool little Springer gun. I don't want to buy another one. So yeah, until then guys, this has been AirsoftAl. And oh shit, I lost my spring! Oh fucking hell, this is not good. Man, that's not good. So I'll see you guys once the whole gun's put back together. Until then. Okay, so I just learned a lesson. It's day 2, by the way, of this build. And I learned a very valuable lesson. The spring from the FN Scar L is too strong. It is literally too strong. It's actually a little bit too long for the actual charging handle to do. You can actually see in there, it's actually just a bit too much for it. It actually does bulge. I noticed this while putting together the gun. It does bulge. It's too big. And I broke this again. You can actually see it. It actually broke here. So I'm going to put the so I'm going to try and modify the spring itself. I might trim it a bit because I can do that. I am actually good with a little bit of metalworking. I took some metalworking in high school, so I'm going to try and trim it just a tiny bit at the top to try and, I do mean try and keep the gun from breaking on me. I don't want this thing breaking. I really would like some higher FPS, but if I can't get that, then I'll put the stock spring back in there and try again when I get better at skill. But lesson learned. This is a learning process. But, until then, guys, if I can't get it, then then there'll probably be an ending slide saying I couldn't get it to work. And if that's the case, then that's the case. You know? So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I've been AirsoftAl, and as always, I will see you guys in the front lines. Until next time. Well, until the next video, actually.